Right then, traders, let's get into the nitty gritty of what's going on today with the NAS. And it's a perfect template to be explaining the power of the inside day. As a day trader, I'm riding on the back of higher time frame traders. Higher time frame traders leave their mark on the chart, and the inside day is one of those breadcrumbs that we're going to follow all the way to the finish line. Now, this chart here is giving us three examples of the power of the inside day. And when we combine that with our timings, where we are in the week, not only on the day, and how, in fact, the chart is engineered to warrant a best trade setup. So let's get into that. That may sound a little bit overwhelming, but this really is as simple as we can make day trading. We're riding on the back of higher time frame traders. Never forget that. So if we look here on the 23rd of September, we've got an inside day. Markets do one of three things, and you've got to remember this. They break out and pull back, or they break out and fail, or they simply range. Once you know that markets do only one of three things, then there are only three things that that market's going to do on the day that you're going to trade. And you don't need to be right every time. If you can get this right once in a blue moon and trade with asymmetrical risk to reward, you're already winning. And then you can improve on that and sharpen your edge as you go. Now, if we get into this scenario here, what do markets do? They break out and pull back. So we broke out of the prior week's highs, didn't we? There they are there, right there on Friday, the 19th of September. We broke out of that. The opening range of the week Monday put in a fantastic continuation trade. Do not counter trend Mondays. Go check that out on your charts. Now, on a Tuesday will typically expand the range. Not always, but typically they will. On Tuesday, they did not expand the range. But what did it do? It came back in to the breakout. What do markets do? They break out, they pull back. They'll either continue or they'll fail. In this respect, what's happening? We are looking as though we are failing. We're back below the highs of the prior week. Okay, so when you come in to your trading day the next day, whatever session that might be, you've got three pieces of information always. You've got the high and low of the previous day and the closing price, and you're going to have a market that's either ranging, breaking out, pulling back, and failing, or continuing. Okay, that's all the information that you need. So if I'm trading the US session, let's get into replay mode. And we've got a, what's this saying? Start new, continue. And we've got a, what's going on here? What on earth is this all about? Markets only do one of three things. They move to other assets, apparently. What we were on there, we're on the NAS. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Here, right. So we come in, New York session. Okay. What have we got? We've got the high and low from yesterday. We got the closing price. And we know that yesterday was looking as though it was a failed breakout. It closed inside of Monday's high and low. Okay. Inside day. Now then, if this market is assumed to be failing, then I assume that this inside day, if we were to break out, is either going to continue in line with the failure of the breakout of last week's highs, or it's going to give us behavior that shows that perhaps this is coming back inside to the other side of the range, and therefore this is merely a breakout pullback that will continue, even though it's looking at me all the signs of failing at the moment. So if it were to get to the other side of the highs of the prior week, we're going to look for a long, aren't we? Because we assume then, instead of the market failing, instead we're continuing. We got the breakout, the pullback. There's the pullback, and then the continuation. And then if we can get back above the highs of the prior week, is the line in the sand, then we assume we're coming up to the other side of the inside day highs. And if I'm trading the opening range breakout, then I'm catching that on the breakout and I'm riding it up to the previous day highs that align with a 100% range expansion, one standard deviation of that range. Okay, very simple process. On the other hand, if we're not coming back above that breakout level and we're not back inside of the inside day range, and above that value area high on the Globex, then where are we going? You guessed it, we're going down, way down. There we go. So markets only do one of three things. They break out, they pull back, and they continue. Now, what's this going to do? Is this going to pull back? Lo and behold, what have we got? We've got a pullback. What do we anticipate? Well, while below those previous week's highs and while below the lows of the inside day, what do we anticipate? A continuation. Again, very powerful signal days. What have we got here? Oh, look at that. Continuation. Could we have guessed it? Right? So that's just giving you an insight to the power of an inside day where we're staying on the outside. Let's have a look at what happened today. Right. This was a fantastic trade for us in the US session, which was basically my motivation for drawing your attention to the powers of the inside day. Okay, what do we get? Well, let's go back. What do we know? Markets do one of three things. They will break out, pull back, and fail, continue, or they range. So, what were they doing yesterday? They were ranging. What were they doing today? Breaking out, pulling back. Well, we weren't continuing, were we? We were failing. So when I came into my Wall Street session, what did we know? Well, we knew that the market was failing. So we trade with the trend. What's going on here again? There we go. So as the market is failing, I want to get in on that. I'm trading what the higher time frame traders' footprints are showing me. Okay. So we've got a double whammy. We've got this inside day. Markets broke out, they pulled back and continued, or is continuing. We got yesterday's inside day. Markets break out, they pull back and fail. So we've got a failure with a continuation. We've got a breakout of the London highs that aligns with a fake out low on the daily chart, so a failed breakdown. And so we're going long. That's it. It's not rocket science. We're taking the breakout. I actually took this on the breakout. I was a bit conservative of the weekly fake out high, right? So that's something I wanted to pay attention to. So there's your fake out high level. Okay, so we're back above that level. But once I get above that, then it's all systems go, isn't it? Because we've got all of our time frames then aligned green as per the indicator. So we just need to be patient. And I'm targeting here a 100% range expansion. Stop loss was actually up in here. And we got into the highs of the, what do you call it? Yesterday, right? So we're looking for the trade to get to the other side of the range. I'm here targeting a 100% range expansion. I actually took this off just ahead of taking it. I should have held it. My bad. I took it off here. I don't like to have a position so close to my target at a new hour because it could quite easily implode on me. But that was the wrong decision to have made because this new hour looks as though it's going to get to the target. Never mind. So I hope that was insightful. If you want to get in touch, learn about how I approach the market, if you want to come as an individual and learn to trade, please reach out to me. If you're an organization that's looking for coaches, trader education, technical analysis, I'm your man. Ready, willing, and able. Okay, have a fantastic day or evening wherever you are in the world. Thank you for tuning in.